Hey, what it do, baby boo? Something just happened over the past 24 hours that I knew I can use this story and I can relate it to you guys in League of Legends, and you guys can learn from the story so that you can just not tilt as much. And pretty much the story goes like this. Once upon a time, no jokes. For those of you who don't know, I do some other internet marketing stuff other than my YouTube stuff, and I've been working really hard on this particular project lately with my business partner, and we were getting ready to launch the project this week. We were hoping to launch the project today. Today is Thursday, right? And we've been working on this thing for the past like 2 months, and we've honestly been going balls deep. A lot of Skype calls and a lot of learning and, market research and product research. All this stuff went into this particular project, and we were hoping to launch today. So on Tuesday, we had a Skype call, right? Today's Thursday. On Tuesday, so 2 days ago, we had a Skype call. We Skyped for like 2 hours, and at the end of that Skype call, we said we want this website and this particular business launched by tomorrow. That's what he said. And I said, okay, his name's Ian. Okay, Ian, I can't get it done by tomorrow only because I'm going to camping tonight. But I'll be able to get it done by Thursday. I'll be able to get all this work done by Thursday. All of this workload that definitely shouldn't take 24 hours. It should take way fucking longer than that, in my opinion at least. And I'll try and get it done in 24 hours, blah, blah, blah. So, I went camping on Tuesday night. Wednesday I came back. It was Wednesday. We came back at maybe like 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. The next Skype call was scheduled for Thursday, 9 a.m. Okay, so I had less than 24 hours to do this workload that, like I said, it should take longer than 24 hours. So I fucking went balls deep, right? Like, I've already been going balls deep for the past 2 months to the point where just my social life has suffered, a little bit of exercise has suffered, just so I can launch this stuff really, really fucking with a big bang. And we're coming up to the last stretch, right? And I'm kind of not necessarily stressed, but I'm kind of worried. Like I just want to get it done, and I don't want to disappoint my business partner. So from 12 p.m. Wednesday, when we came back from camping, to like 10 p.m. Wednesday night, I went balls deep. Okay, I didn't exercise that day. I only took a couple of breaks to have some food and stuff like that. But you could total it. The breaks would be definitely no more than 2 hours. So I would have been working for a good 8 hours, right? And then I still hadn't finished it. So at 10 p.m., I went to sleep. I woke up at 7 a.m. I worked from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Okay, getting more of the workload done. And then we had the Skype call. We Skyped for another 2 hours, and pretty much my business partner pretty much said that the work that I had done over the X amount of hours was quote-unquote shit. Like, he wasn't saying like you're a shit person. He just said, oh yeah, this work isn't good enough, you need to go back at it and do it again. So just after waking up, okay, 2 hours early to get it done, we had another Skype call for another like 2 hours, so 9 to 11. I had like a 10-minute break, and then I went back at it for another 2 hours, hoping that by this time I would have got the workload right, I would have done everything correct, and Ian would have came back and said, Danyon, let's launch, let's get the shit sorted, let's get all the Facebook advertising stuff, let's launch and let's crack it. Didn't happen. After a solid, like, definitely, I would say 12 hours of work within a 24-hour time period, I didn't get to the point where I wanted to. I wanted to launch this business by today. It didn't fucking happen. Not only did it not happen, but within that 12-hour period, that all that work that I had done, I fucking went balls deep. I went back to the Skype call, and I had to pretty much get my butthole completely wrecked by Ian, who, he did a really good job of fucking giving me the old shunadox. I'm loaded up on like 2 coffees, an energy drink. It's only like 1 p.m. and I think that if the majority of people were to experience this, I think you would get tilted. So why am I saying this? Why am I telling you that story? Pretty much the picture that I'm trying to paint, okay, the point that I'm trying to convey is that I went really fucking hard for the past 24 hours, right? Like minimum 12 hours of work being done within that 24-hour period, and then you take into account 8 hours for sleeping. So I got piss all amount of quote-unquote downtime, and I'm still not tilted. It hasn't discouraged me to the point where I'm like, okay, now I give up. Because, okay, and then this is the shit that you can learn from. If you go into a solo queue game and you expect your team to play well every single lane, and then they don't, you're gonna tilt. That's where tilt comes from. Imagine if every time you went into a solo queue game, you expected your team to feed, and you said to yourself, okay, my team's going to feed, so I'm going to have to carry them. Every single game that you play, you're not going to be disappointed, you're not going to be tilted. That's why I don't go on tilt. I might get temporarily angry, I might get, fucking go silent or some shit, but I won't tilt. Nothing will put me on tilt to the point where you have swayed my direction. Because I expect shit to go wrong, just like this thing here, this new business that I started up with my business partner. Because it's my first time doing this. This isn't his first time doing this. Of course, if it's my first time doing this, of course I'm going to make mistakes. Of course I'm going to work for 12 hours and then have it completely fucking wrecked. It's my first time. What do you expect? Why would I expect to go into this business venture and expect to get everything perfect on the first time. The perfect copywriting is like, words that sell pretty much. Perfect image placement, perfect targeting of the audiences, perfect marketing, perfect product research, everything perfect. You can't expect that. If you want to, stop tilting. When you go into your next solo queue game, expect your team to feed. Don't expect your team to play well. Why should your team play well? Why should they? If you're playing with a team in low elo, why would you expect those low elo players to do well? Do you get some special exception? Oh, what's the word? What's the word where people feel entitled? Do you feel entitled to a good team? You aren't entitled to shit. You are honestly entitled to shit all. Second thing to second quote unquote mindset or whatever, or second belief system to tell yourself is it's just to keep cracking it until you get it. That's it. Keep fucking hitting that hammer until you crack it. You might not hit it the first time or the second time or the third time, but maybe the 7th time or the 10th time or some shit. Okay? Why would you expect to crack it on the first time? If you honestly expect to crack it on the first time, you're fucking stupendous. And that attitude of just keep going until you crack it is so valuable, honestly. That's why I see my mates and people who comment on videos, like, they try to learn a champ, and then they don't learn the champ. They don't play the champ, like, they don't play Gangplank like the way that they see Tobias Fate play Gangplank. Like, they see all these flashy highlights and shit on YouTube, and then they go and try and do it. They get completely fucking stomped, and then they get angry. I'm like, well, what did you expect? Tobias has, like, how many games? Like, definitely over 200, 300 games on Gangplank. I got #1 Kazakhs on the server, right? I was #1 Kazakhs on the server on Season 4, I think it was. I played like 200 games on Kazakhs. How many of you guys have played 200 games on any champ? None. But then you expect to play like me? You expect to play Kazakhs like me even though you don't have the experience? You can get fucked. Why? Why should you? Why do you deserve to be above the process? I'm gonna end this here, okay? You know how I just said that I got my work completely wrecked by my business partner? 12 hours, 14 hours of work within a 24-hour time period, and it just got completely fucking wrecked. Guess what? After shooting this video, I'm gonna go work out, and then I'm gonna do another like 3-4 hours of it. And then tomorrow, I have another Skype call with him, and I've got another like 4-5 quality hours set up with the same project. And if we're gonna have to do the same thing the next day, we're gonna do it the next day. We're going to keep going until we crack it, and that's the exact same attitude that you should have. Don't expect great results from your team. Don't expect your team to be these perfect fucking players, especially if you're in low elo. Because I guarantee you don't play perfectly every single game. I guarantee you that 100%, so you can't expect the same thing of your team. And second thing, just keep going until you crack it, okay? Just keep at it. Have a good day. I love you. Stay beautiful. Shavadox.